Hi guys, it's Obi King once again in the house with another video for you guys. Today I want to show you a video that you probably have seen before. It's one on our favorite president. In this video, Tinubu was finishing a conference, or I don't even know what he was doing. Actually, I can't tell you what he was doing. In actual fact, I probably should have researched that. After a meeting in the United States, he was on his way out of the building and this young man approached him and asked him a question. At least I think it was a question.
My president, commodification of the naira. Commodification of the naira. This is Ayode Chibaka Bongoli. My president, Your Excellency, commodification of the naira.
Yes.
Commodification of the naira, monetary policy. Commodification of the naira, cassava. Use cassava. 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 Commodification of the naira for monetary policy.
This video went viral some days back, and for good reason. And I think most of the issue with it was a lot of people didn't understand what he was saying. So the person I pulled this video from says of the video, I've been watching this video since yesterday, trying to make sense of it. My sense is not sensing at all. Can somebody with sense please make this commodification of the naira, use cassava, make sense to me? I will appreciate. After all, we learn every day. I don't think there's no point trying to understand nonsense. I can't watch this now, for instance, and start trying to explain a sentence that is not even complete. But the level of interest that people showed in it and trying to make sense of whatever he said made me laugh. Doesn't mean that I can come up to the president and say anything like any rubbish and people will try and make sense of what I said. For transmogrification of the naira, use yam, Mr. President, for monetary policy. My first thought on seeing this video was maybe it's a skit, as in, because I've seen a lot of similar people do this, not in Nigeria. People like Alex Stein in America, they infiltrate all these government meetings, they go for public hearings and they start making fun, making jokes, just start saying nonsense, but saying it in a very serious way. The camera, the person filming this, the angle is a little bit too perfect. It's like it was a pre-planned skit. That was my first thinking. But so far, I've searched on Bongole trying to see if it was a skit, but I haven't seen anything to that effect.
This is Ayode Chibaka Bongoli. My president, Your Excellency, commodification of the naira.
Yes.
So I guess this leads me to believe that this person was actually being sincere with his suggestion for commodification of the naira, whatever he means by that. And I find it also funny that they actually directed him to the Minister of Finance.
Cassava.
Recently, we've been experiencing a lot of similar silliness coming from especially Tinubu supporters, because as it stands now, there's been a lot going wrong in Nigeria. Recently, the naira started exchanging at the rate of $1 to 1,000 naira, which is like a benchmark that we never thought we'd see. Tinubu was forced to bring back the subsidy, and it was not even publicly communicated that the subsidy was coming back. We just found out that a payment was made in August. And also the NLC and TUC are still threatening strikes. Of course, the major issue on Tinubu's mind right now is the court's ruling in America that is still pending. Atiku, as I covered, is looking to get Tinubu's results to find out who exactly is this guy and what exactly is he hiding. And Tinubu and his lawyers are fighting hard to ensure that Atiku never sees that result, saying that if the results will be released, it will cause irreparable harm to him, which is a statement I never thought I'd hear in my life. Imagine your school results causing you harm. So in his appeal, the new judge is going to give a definitive ruling on Monday, having seen all the evidence and everything, to let us know whether Atiku will be allowed to have Tinubu's results. According to some reports, they've been begging Atiku, promising him all sorts of things, that he should not follow this case to the end. But a lot of us are, unanimous in saying that please go ahead and continue. We want to know our president. if for anything, we want to know our president. So basically, it's been a crazy couple of weeks, following this case. The Tinubu supporters have been giving us serious comedy the past few weeks. Sometimes when they say things, it seems like they are trying to troll. You know, it seems they are trolling from inside their own party, and it doesn't make much sense to me. Take this article, for instance. An APC chieftain said, "Please forgive Tinubu. Withdraw your case in Chicago to save Nigeria from shame." The article says a youth leader of the All Progressive Congress, Hyde Kalu, has asked the presidential candidate of the PDP and former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, to drop his case pursuing the validity of President Bola Tinubu's educational qualifications in the United States. The APC youth leader in Abia State said that the call becomes necessary because the issue is already generating negative attention to Nigeria across the globe, and Atiku should save the country this embarrassment. They are saying that Atiku should save the country this embarrassment. I am not even pointing any fingers at the source of this embarrassment, which is Tinubu himself. Kalu, in a press statement sent to the media on Monday, said that it's quite unfortunate that the pride of Nigeria has been dragged to a point of ridicule in the committee of, that should be committee. He does plead with Atiku to discontinue the litigation in the United States and allow the judiciary in Nigeria to decide the post-election dispute arising from the 2023 presidential election. He said Atiku is a statesman and is not in contention that he has the love of Nigeria at heart. "I am sure that no Nigerian is happy with the way our country has been subjected to ridicule over the court ruling in the United States. For the love of this country and to spare Nigerians the shame of how this process may end, it is important that we plead with Atiku to drop that case and not allow us wash our dirty linens in the public." The guy goes on to say, "The election has come and gone and a president has emerged. We are all humans, and that is why I am pleading with Atiku to discontinue the case in America for the sake of the country and in consideration of the friendship between him and President Tinubu," Kalu said. I find this very funny. I don't know if this guy is going to be reprimanded by his party at all for this thing he said, because this is almost an admission of guilt, but it's an admission of guilt for something we don't know yet. You can't be admitting guilt and still be supporting the guilty party and trying to blame the person that is trying to bring the information to light. Anyway, guys, these are my thoughts on the most recent happenings. I want to wish you guys a happy Independence Day, and hopefully, you know, you are doing well. You are not too weighed down by what's happening currently. If you enjoyed this video, do like and subscribe, and you can check out my past videos, you know, where I talk on many similar topics. And I also want to add that now you can write me by mail at obiking2@gmail.com. So thanks so much for watching. Once again, my name is Obi King, and I'll see you guys in the next one.